Attorney Kenneth Chesebro is sworn in at the settlement hearing on Friday, October 20, 2023, at the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta. Attorney Kenneth Chesebro pleaded guilty to the felony charge Friday as jury selection continued. His trial on charges accusing him of participating in efforts to overturn Donald Trump's 2020 election defeat Georgia. Chesebro, who was charged along with Trump and 17 others with violating the state's anti-racketeering law, pleaded guilty a charge of conspiring to submit false documents in a last-minute deal, and prosecutors agreed to dismiss other charges. His plea came a day after fellow attorney Sidney Powell, who was scheduled to appear at trial with him, entered his own guilty plea to 6 misdemeanor charges. In the Chesebro case, he was sentenced 5 years probation, 100 hours of community service, and ordered to pay $5,000 in restitution. Write a letter of apology. Georgia residents testify truthfully at any future hearings. The 2 guilty pleas, along with a third admission by a bail bondsman last month, were major victories for Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. These will allow him avoid a lengthy trial with just 2 defendants and allow the remaining ones to get a glimpse of his trial strategy, allowing him shrink an unwieldy pool of defendants. Unlike Powell, who participated in strategy talks with former president after the election, indictment does not indicate direct contact between Chesebro and Trump. This could potentially limit information that could help prosecutors in their case against Trump. Chesebro's attorney, Scott Grubman, said it was entirely up to prosecutors whether his client would be called to testify against others in the case, but that he would be surprised if that happened. Asked whether Trump should be concerned about any testimony Chesebro might offer, Grubman said, "I don't think so." Chesebro, who lives in Puerto Rico, was initially indicted on felony racketeering and 6 other charges as part of a wide-ranging plan to keep the Republican president in power after he lost the 2020 election to Democrat Joe Biden. The indictment alleges that Chesebro executed a scheme to get 16 Georgia Republicans to sign a certificate falsely declaring that Trump had won the state and declaring themselves be the state's duly elected qualified electors. Grubman said after the plea hearing that his client was falsely identified as the architect of a plot to subvert democracy. "I think this plea agreement absolutely shows and proves that he is not and has never been the architect of any violent election scheme or anything like that," Grubman told reporters. For prosecutors, plea agreement ensures that Chesebro will publicly accept responsibility for his conduct in the case and removes uncertainty of a trial by a jury of his peers. This also forces him to testify at future hearings of the case. That could include communications with Trump's campaign lawyers and close friends.